Well, again, it might be a good night to stay in, sounds like.
Yeah, later tonight will be pretty stormy for at least a couple hours across eastern Oklahoma, and a pretty notable severe weather threat as well. I know it's February, but as you know, we've already had some severe weather here over the past week or so, and all it takes is the right ingredients. Any time of year it can happen, and that's what we're lining up for later on tonight. Clouds streaming on through again this morning, so it's that overcast look. And as I continue to say, I know it doesn't really feel like a severe weather setup out the door this morning. Temperatures are still holding in the 40s, the relatively light south breeze. It's going to take kind of a late day rally, so to speak, for the moisture, the humidity, the instability to surge back to the north. You can see it's 40s all across the state this morning. There will be some higher moisture across central Texas that comes surging north late today into this evening. That will ramp up the instability. This system, though, is a very powerful system. You may not be able to pick all of the features out here on radar. Again, just some light rain to our south and west. You can see some snows back into portions of the Rockies. This portion of that same system we've been talking about that's been bringing some big weather impacts to California the last few days. There's a lot of wind energy, a lot of wind shear with this system. So that's why as it comes whipping on through here later tonight, that's why it's highlighting a pretty significant severe weather risk, especially across western and central Oklahoma. So what's going to happen is by the late afternoon and into the early evening hours, storms will start. Eastern Texas Panhandle, southwestern Oklahoma, right in there is where the tornado risk is more than likely the highest. But we see these oranges and reds spreading to the east, including northeastern Oklahoma, southeast Kansas. This is more so for a significant damaging wind threat as that squall line surges in tonight. So we'll show you how that looks kind of zoomed in here across eastern Oklahoma. Now, the further south and east you head, notice it drops off to kind of a lower end severe weather risk down towards McAllister, Wilburton, Stigler. Doesn't mean you're out of it at all, but the way this is trending is that this squall line, as it marches through, the further north you head, the more intense it looks like it's going to be in our northern counties. So this afternoon, even through early evening, just some spotty showers and some drizzle. That squall line starts to surge out of western Oklahoma this evening after about 9 o'clock, pushing into eastern Oklahoma. The likely time window for now appears to be for the Tulsa Metro, specifically about 10 to 11 o'clock tonight. And then after midnight, the squall line quickly exits green country. So here's the look on the storm timeline. Look how fast this moves in and moves out. Now, I've kept in about a 20 to 30% chance for showers during the day, but then here's 8 p.m., 10 p.m., midnight, right there. And then it zips out of here really quickly. And after midnight, those chances go away pretty quickly. Damaging wind is by far the most significant risk, and notice we've got it pretty high up the scale here. So we are concerned about the potential for some widespread damaging winds over 70 miles per hour, but there is a tornado risk as well. I just had that on the graphic, kind of just zipped past it here, but there will be a potential for a tornado or two along the leading edge of this squall line. So through the afternoon, again, comfortable temperatures, upper 50s where it's cloudy, low to mid 60s where we get some sun breaks late in the day, some spotty showers possible. Here comes that line marching in tonight, so stopping the clock at about 10 o'clock. Now the forecast simulation here, so this could still waffle a little bit, but right around 10 p.m. near or just west of Tulsa, intense squall line. Again, that damaging wind potential, could be some winds over 70 miles per hour. A spin-up tornado or two is possible along that line. It marches east. After midnight, it's out of here, and then we're clearing out pretty fast tomorrow morning. It will still stay pretty windy during the overnight and midday hours. Highs tomorrow look gray, but again, in addition to all the storms, I do also want to highlight winds. Later tonight, before the storms arrive, 8, 9 o'clock tonight, we could have some 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts, and then the squall line moves through, and then after the squall line leaves, we're still going to have some really strong westerly winds tomorrow morning. So there's going to be about a several-hour window there later tonight where things are going to be rough and tumble one way or another. So stay weather aware. We're going to have our crews here this evening and tonight watching it for you. Again, that exits early in the morning, and then check out Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures back into springtime for the afternoon in the low 70s. Does look like we'll cool things off with another system showing up late in the week.